Hi everyone. Today we're going to look at a photograph. This is by Julie Blackmon of Missouri, and it's titled High Chair. And it's a very whimsical photograph, as most of Julie's are. This is a photograph from 2006, and she spent the last 15 to 20 years working on a series of photographs about the trials and tribulations of being a parent. So children are common in her photographs, and more often than not, they are interiors. And this one, artistically, is designed just beautifully. When you start to see this kind of central doorway, which occupies the middle just perfectly, separating out this kitchen area from the baby outside of the kitchen, we presume maybe in the dining room, but allows us to see all the way through to the window. But what's most important, of course, is the baby, full of drool in his face that you can see when you get up close, standing unattended in a high chair. This is typical of Julie's work, in which the kids are doing something dangerous, something that makes you gasp just a little bit when you first see it. But she gives us clues that we're not seeing something that's real. She uses Photoshop, and while many people, many artists have used Photoshop to try to trick us into seeing something that we think is real that isn't, or maybe to create fantasy images, she's using it in a way where we're in on the joke. She's not trying to make it a super smooth cut and paste situation with Photoshop. The baby, when you start to look closely, isn't quite right just there. It really, from any distance it looks right, but up close it starts to break down. And so what you notice with the baby is that the baby's shadow doesn't really exist. The baby should have a shadow. We can see a subtle bit of shadowing around the high chair. The baby's in the same light, so there should be a shadow. And that's typical of what she does in her work. And so we're in on the joke. And that allows us to look more completely at the photograph, not just as at the subject maybe of the photograph or the focal point, but everything around it. Because this is while it's a real space, it's a real house, and it might even be her house, everything in it is set up just so. So the drawings on the refrigerator, the tomatoes on the counter, the mop, the vase, everything is exactly where she wants it to be for the composition to work. And just the right amount of clutter here is necessary to kind of push this into the background and let us focus on high chair.